Hello everybody and welcome. I've had my Focus for just over 3 years, but since I got it, there was one thing that has been at the back of my mind: the ride quality. When I went to replace the Mercedes estate and I looked at several Ford Focuses, this one was the only one that had the 17-inch wheels. And I noticed that the ones with a 16-inch had a slightly better ride. Okay, probably could be everything due to suspension and so on. But even though I replaced all the steering and suspension components on this car, the ride quality is not as good as I expected. It's not bad, but after doing over 100 miles a day commuting on the terrible UK roads, it's getting a little bit tiring. It's not that I'm not a fan of 17-inch wheels. On the contrary, I've had only two cars actually who had the 17-inch wheels. The first one was my 1999 BMW 523 ISE Sport E39, who had a very nice set of 17-inch wheels, and then my 2002 MG ZT190 Plus, who also had 19-inch wheels. But the ride quality on those cars is notoriously good, so the 17-inch wheels on those cars don't necessarily ruin it. But on the Focus, it seems to have a bit of an effect. So, and since the tires on my car are already due for replacement, I thought, why not I change the wheels back to 16-inch and see if it works. So I look at the prices of the tires for that car and blimey, they are eye-watering. A decent set of tires is around £400. It's ludicrous. But then if I look at the equivalent tire, same model, spec and everything, but 16-inch, I noticed that on average the prices are £100 lower. So that convinced even more to get a smaller wheel. Not just only because of price, but also ride quality, as I mentioned before. And also, I noticed that the cars with 16-inch wheels were slightly quieter. Okay, this all depends on tires and so on, but I noticed it was actually better. So I set on to check to find a new set of tires and also a new set of wheels. So I went searching online for new wheels and I found these on Facebook Marketplace, only 20 minutes away from my house. They actually came from a 2010 C Max, and they are basically similar wheels to the ones that equipped the Focus Mark II Sport. They are 16-inch, they are in very good condition. The car where they came from only had 44,000 miles, and it comes with a full matching set of tires that only have a few 100 miles of wear on them, so they are in very good condition. Okay, a couple of marks here and there, but no curb marks, and they are ready to go straight in. So now let's have a look and see how they look in the car. Well, I have to be honest with you, they actually do look good in this car, but secretly I think that the 17-inch wheels do actually suit the Focus very, very well. But these do not look bad either. Now, I'm gonna drive this for a few days and see if I notice any difference. So after driving all these miles and after these days since I swapped from 17 to 16-inch wheels, my feedback is nothing but positive. I have a slight reduction in the noise level. I actually used an app on my phone to measure the noise levels before the change, after the change, and also compare to my wife's Mark III, and the results are positive. Also, I noticed that there is an increased level of comfort. I don't feel as much every single pothole and bump on the road. Yes, I do try to avoid them, I'm not stupid, and it is actually much better on the 17-inch wheels, because there's a lower profile, a bigger metal surface. More resonance goes into the body of the car, and therefore you have an increase in the noise levels, and also you feel the road a little bit more. But of course, this is my daily commute. The roads that I drive through are not really the greatest. Well, I have no choice really. And if you want a little bit of extra comfort on your car, and also very importantly, if you want to not to spend so much money on tires, 16-inch on the Focus are way cheaper. But of course, this won't suit to everyone. A lot of you guys will prefer to use the 17-inch wheels because you think that the car handles much better and so on. But to be honest, I don't really notice a difference in handling. At the end of the day, this is a normal A to B car. It's for a daily commute. It's not a race car. It's not a performance car. So handling is not really on top of my priorities. The car still handles really well, and it's perfect for the daily commute. So the change from 17 to 16-inch wheels doesn't really make much of a difference. All the difference in terms of handling and grip and so on is in the tires, not necessarily on the wheel size. So if you're looking to change it, please go for it. If you want to upgrade your wheels from 16 to 17-inch wheels, and your roads are not as crappy as the ones I go through, then go for it. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on next video. Take care.